the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome here, race fans, to Texas Motor Speedway. Tonight's race here for the Salt Flat IROC Series. Tonight, brought to you by Elfod Motorsports out of the Vermont area. Anybody needs some repairs done? Anybody looking for a new car? Head on over to Elfod Motorsports. Got a driver here tonight in the lobby that you could also talk to. Hit up Tony Quadros. He'll get you pointed in the right direction. But you are watching the Salt Flat IROC Series right here on your Turn 3 Racing Network. I am your host here for the evening, as normal, for the Salt Flat IROC Series. Roger Muth here in the booth, bringing you all the wonderful pictures and stories of this evening. It's going to be a good one after last week's battle that we had down at Daytona for the T. McMullen season opener from Daytona. Timmy Smith went back-to-back wins last year. He pulled the 5-wide pass. This year, he had to shoot the gap on a crash on the last lap to put himself in victory lane. The question is, though, what can Timmy Smith do tonight? It's a brand new race. We've never been here to the Texas Motor Speedway before with the Salt Flat IROC Series, but if you turn back the time or turn back the page in history, if anybody goes to look up what the IROC Series used to be, they used to run here at Texas Motor Speedway, and they always put on one heck of a show. I remember one time Matt Kenseth ran down Dale Earnhardt and had a good heck of a battle out there with him. So now the question is, can the Salt Flat IROC Series Dale Earnhardt, as in Craig Schwartz, run down somebody here tonight and make a good battle on track? Or is it going to be one of the rookies that are out there? Right now, we have the highest running rookie. Let's see if we can get that up here on our page here for you. There's your running order right now. The highest running rookie is Josh Taylor in the 01 as he sits 9th right now. So could it be one of the wily veterans out here like Cody Levitt or Cole Day or Jamie Leach? See a couple names up there at the top that you saw at the top of the standings all last season. But while we're talking about last season and standings, let's take a look here. Let's see if we can get that up here on the screen also for you. Your point standing so far for the year. There it is. Timmy Smith, we talked about it. He won the season opener from Daytona with Hunter Conley right there, only 4 points back. Jamie Leach sitting 11 points back in third. Chris Brown. Doesn't look like Chris Brown's in attendance. I believe he's attending Midget Week in Indiana. That's right, I said Midget Week. And look at the guy who sits fifth. That's Jeff Pogo. He's tied with Chris Brown technically for the 4th position. Then it's Cole Day and David Worrell, one of those rookies right there. Dwayne LaPrade in 8th. Craig Schwartz sitting there 9th. And Clarence Bonner, one of the rookies, sitting in 10th. The rest of your drivers 11 through 20 over there on the right-hand side of the screen. Those are your next level points there. Next level racing point standings here for the Salt Flat IROC Series. We don't have a slide here for your next one, but let's see if we can talk about it real quick because we still have a little bit of time here before our qualifying session starts. It looks like 3 minutes and 40-some seconds here. Let's see if I can just quickly find it here for you. Coming into the night, there is a team championship also on the line here with the Salt Flat IROC Series here for the Season 2. It looks like right now the Pink Posse has the top spot as they have 34.5 points coming out of Daytona with Tim Smith winning. The Deeper Darker Dude team of Cody Levitt and Jamie Leach sits second. Then it's the Backwood Racers in third and the BeastRacing.com gentlemen sitting fourth. Rounding out your top 5 in your team championship is going to be the Carmen Racing Group out of Ohio. They're a bunch of rookies and they sit fifth right now on your team championship. We also have another championship out here this year for the Salt Flat IROC Series. We have the Rookie Championship. And right now, if I'm reading it right, the DLB Yankees 41 Twitch streamer Rookie Championship is being led right now by David Worrell over Clarence Bonner, and then you would find Tony Quadro sitting in your third spot with Patrick A. Smith fourth and Nicholas Beaver sitting in fifth. That's your top five in your DLB Yankees Rookie of the Year championship hunt. And boy, what is it? It's going to be a great year. You got the championship hunts all over the place, whether it be the individual points championship, the team championship, or like we just talked about, the Rookie of the Year. You'll notice the Rookie of the Years, once we get here into the race, you see R's next to all their names. They will carry that all through the season here for the Salt Flat IROC Series. And it's going to be interesting to see which one of those rookies can come up and take that championship. But tonight's race is brought to you by Next Level Racing. Anybody needs a racing rig, head on over to the Next Level Racing. Tell them the Salt Flat IROC Series sent you, and they got some great gears. Whether you need some pedal mounts, some shifter mounts, they have it. They have your rig needs over there. T. McMullen, your premier VA lender loan. Anybody needs a loan, just not a VA loan, any type of loan, head on over to T. McMullen or get a hold of one of the drivers out here in this lobby. You can get a hold of Timmy Valenzuela. You see him out there tonight driving the 05 machine. He'll be pink out there. And Yankees 41, the Twitch streamer. You can head on over to Twitch, type in Yankees 41. You can get his point of view. He also sponsors our Rookie of the Year, our team championship this year. Sim Necessities, they have all your button box needs. You need a shock adjuster, a brake bias, a push button. You just need a whole bunch of buttons to push. Head on over to Sim Necessities on Facebook or hit up Matt Grobelny. They can get you pointed in the right direction. LFOD Motorsports is your sponsor here for tonight. Anybody needs some work done to their car, need a new car, need a used car, head on over to the LFOD Motorsports group up there in Vermont. They got all sorts of needs, they can help you with all sorts of needs. Also, 2A Lawn Care. You need some lawn care service, head on over to 2A Lawn Care. Get those guys to come out there. They do a fantastic job. But while we have a minute here, under a minute, we're a little behind schedule. We're going to step away for our national anthem. We'll be right back here to Texas with the Salt Flat IROC Series to bring you a live qualifying action.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular their bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back here to the Texas Motor Speedway. Qualifying is underway. Last week's winner right here for the Pink Posse, the 000 of Tim Smith out here. You see him riding the high line, trying to get as much speed built up into this IROC as he can for his qualifying lap. This is his first actual qualified time. Let's see where Tim Smith is going to pop up here. Let's see as he crosses the line. Where is Tim Smith going to go? He's going to go, oh, wow, a bunch of guys coming in at the same time. Tim Smith going to go fifth quickest. There you see him drop it down to the inside. He's going to try and hug that inside lane. Look at all these times coming in right now. There is a rookie at the top of the speed charts right there. That is the driver of the 01 of Josh Taylor. He went to the top of the board here for the Midnight Runners. He got a 37.390 in his first time. His teammate of Jeff Berger, though, sitting right behind him on the speed charts. Jeff Bergner, one of those Utah natives out of the Salt Flat County Jail. They give him one time a week to come out here and race with the boys, and he picked the Salt Flat IROC Series. Let's see where he goes on his second lap. Jeff Bergner going to be able to go. Nope, not any faster on his second lap. Actually, just a tad, but not good enough to improve himself anywhere up through the speed charts. Clarence Bonner going to come through on his second lap. He'll go second on the board. He's one of the Rookie of the Year candidates. Right now has himself sitting second. Skylar Brown right now holds the top spot as you see him coming down off the banking. He is done in qualifying. Jared Hagedorn looks like he is done with qualifying. He goes 16th on the board. Orlando Rivera, residing out of Puerto Rico, that little island down there in the Caribbean. He's out here on track right now. Does not have a lap time put in for Orlando Rivera just yet, but he's out here on the loud pedal here in that blue car, trying to see what he can do. Orlando, one of those strong competitors week in and week out here with the Salt Flat IROC Series, and he is looking to make a name for himself. This year, he's coming with vengeance. Last year, a rookie, had himself some good finishes. This year, though, it's all out for Orlando. 23rd here on his first lap, so not quite the speed he had or wanted on his first lap, but he has another one to go around. How about another driver out here, the 00 of Doug Ungari, right now sitting in the 12th position. Ungari had a great run going for himself at Daytona last week, and then something went wrong. Somebody missed a shift, and all heck broke loose with Doug Ungari. He ended up flipping on his lid, and you see that face when he flipped on his lid. Kind of stayed that way. You're going to take a little trip through the grass. That lap ain't going to count there, but Jeff Pogo makes himself known. He goes 4th on the board. Tony Quadros, the man out here from Vermont, right now has the number 12 machine in the 24th position. Let's see where he can go here on his second lap here for Tony Quadros. Can he better himself from the 12th position? Tony Quadros going to jump all the way from outside the 20th position up into the 7th spot, so that's a big jump for Tony Quadros. Tony Quadros also the sponsor here for tonight for the Elfod Motorsports Group. So right now, he's going to have himself a good qualifying time. Let's see where this man, the all-time winningest driver here for the Salt Flat IROC Series, can go. Greg Schwartz right now running a part-time schedule this season. So let's see where Craig Schwartz, right now, he's shown in your 30th position. Actually, he's just out there kind of cruising around. He's going to start shotgun to the field. Here is Cody Levitt for the Deeper Darker Dude team. His first lap, he went 27th. He will be the last one to take a qualifying run here as you see him working through turns 3 and 4 with just 10 seconds to go. He'll just sneak here in and get his second lap in. Let's pay attention and see where he goes on the speed charts. He is going to be able to get it in. He's going to go speed 2 on the board with a 37.048. So Cody Levitt going to jump up real high. And it's going to end our qualifying here for us this evening. Skylar Brown going to be your pole recipient. So Skylar Brown for the Pink Posse going to have a good qualifying spot here tonight. I did just get word that the 24 of Jeff Pogo going to have to serve an EOL penalty here on the initial start of this race for not taking a qualifying attempt. It is mandatory that all drivers take a qualifying attempt here with the Salt Flat IROC Series. So Jeff Pogo going to have to start from the back of the field here tonight. So Jeff Pogo will give up his, I believe that's going to be his 5th starting spot here tonight. He'll have to go shotgun to the field. But as everybody's starting to grit up, let's take you through your Sim Necessities starting lineup here. Skylar Brown in the 73, going to start on your pole with the silent bearded Las Vegas native of Cody Levitt to his outside in the 38 machine. Starting third in the number 3, the rookie Clarence Bonner going to start right there. Right alongside him, going to be the 000 of Timmy Smith. Jeff Pogo, who's slotted to start in the 5th spot, will go to the back. Hunter, the bridesmaid, Conley will roll the 7th car, or the 7 car off in the 6th starting spot. 7th going to go to the 21 of Jeff Bergner, and the man Tony Quadros, one of the rookie candidates, going to start there in your 8th starting spot. 9th going to go to David Worrell in the 25, and then the 141 of Greg O'Berry rounding out your top 10. The 37 of Cole Day will start in your 11th position with Nicholas Beavers starting there in 12th. 13th starting spot going to go to last season's champion, the 88, Jamie Leach, and right alongside him, the Sim Necessities driver, the number 4 of Matt Grobelny. Starting 15th on the lineup today, Keystone Motorsports driver, the number 40 of Josiah Millen, and the Underdog Racing 00 of Doug Ungari. 17th spot, Balls Nation, the 985 driver out of the Tennessee area, Jason Griffith Dobbs right there with, how about this man, Josh Taylor in the 01. Made a couple starts last year, had some good finishes, but back as a rookie full-time this year, starting 18th. 19th, going to go to the 62, the Toyota driver of Colton Farrow. The number 30 of David Carmen going to start there in 20th. 21st, going to go to the 79 of Patrick Smith. Donald Bennett in his orange hair, and the 31 going to roll off 22nd. 23rd, going to go to the 99 of Darrell Clauder, and the 707 of New Jersey native Michael Whitaker. Orlando Rivera going to start 25th. 26th, Jared Hagedorn. 27th, Jared Reichard. Danny Valenzuela, 28th. 29th, Timmy Valenzuela, and shotgun to the field, Craig Schwartz. That's your starting lineup here tonight for your LFOD Motorsports race at Texas, and the green flag about to wave here for the first time. There it is. We're off and racing for the first time at Texas. "75 laps the distance as you see them all go down into turn one for the first time. The inside lane going to prevail with Skylar Brown leading the charge down into turn one. Off turn number 2 already. It's going to be Skylar Brown. Here comes Clarence Bonner to the outside. He's being pushed by Jeff Bergner. Jeff Bergner didn't take the opportunity to go to the outside. Cody Levitt's going to still be there. A herd of turtles. The Skittles roll off into turn numbers 3 and 4 for the first time. Let's see who's going to lead the first lap here from the LFOD Motorsports Race at Texas. Right now, the inside lane seems to be the place to be. It looks like not Jeff. It looks like Doug Ungari up into the outside wall. He's trying to hold it up there. Everybody trying to make their way around him. So lap number 1, though, going to go to Skylar Brown as your leader. Doug Ungari able to keep the 00 up and out of the way. So Skylar Brown leads the charge. Here comes Jeff Bergner. Bergner going to go to the outside. He might get shuffled into the 3-wide situation. Bergner sucks right down onto the quarter panel there. The 73 of Skylar Brown as they went down into turns 3 and 4. You see the cloud cover coming into effect here. Cloud cover might make these guys have a little bit more grip throughout the track. Right now, the race is at the front of it. You can start to see 2 packs already starting to form up here on lap number 3 here from Texas. So far, so good. Green flag racing. Cody Levitt looked to got a little tight there on the bottom there in that purple car. Cody Levitt with the white rims, purple car, almost slid up there into the bridesmaid of Hunter Conley as they work through 1 and 2. Down the backstretch they go. Everybody's starting to single file out towards the back. Don't tell that to the guys out front, though, because the guys out front still 2 by 2 for your first 2 rows. Skylar Brown, Jeff Berger, David Whirl. How about the rookie of him? He came out of nowhere, and now he runs 3rd. David Whirl going to be that gray car to the inside there, right behind Skylar Brown, separating the Pink Posse team there. Brown and Smith to the inside, separated by Whirl. To the outside, though, is going to be 21 of Jeff Bergner and the rookie of Clarence Bonner. Hunter, the bridesmaid Conley, trying to pull that green machine back out there to the outside to try and, look at them fan out as they all go down the backstretch. Everybody trying to separate themselves just a little bit. Cole Day making contact with Hunter Conley. Conley is sideways in the green car. Conley going to be hard into the outside wall. Conley into the outside wall. I believe he's going to get damaged then also by Nicholas Beaver, going to make contact with him. Also, possibly Josh Taylor. It looks like Conley's night might be over here early on lap number 5. Let's take a look back here. This is the replay. Looking back here, we're going to try and see if we can get an over-the-head view. You're looking at the black 37 and the green 7 to the outside as they come into turn 3. As they came into turn 3, there you saw the contact between Conley and Cole Day. Conley going to go up into the outside wall. He's going to get a piece of that. Is definitely Nicholas Beaver, and I believe that was the 01 of Josh Taylor. We're going to have to rewind it. We're going to have to actually see if that was. Let's see if we can find Nicholas Beaver and see if we can get an onboard here with Nick. Here's your next level onboard racing camera here coming from the cockpit of the 82. There you saw it. Conley was he might have actually flipped over the 82 of Nicholas Beaver. So good chances that Nicholas Beaver not going to have any damage done to the 82, but he got sure lucky if he was able to make his way through that incident. So as you see the sun back out here at Texas, as your top 6 drivers actually elected to stay out. Cody Levitt going to be your first leader down pit road here on lap number 6. So strategy already coming into play here. As there you see he's changing the right-hand side tires. Is he going to go for 4 tires here? If our camera angles are going to let us get to that point. 4 tire change for Cody Levitt, who was your first one down pit road. It looks like Doug Ungari actually going to be the first one off pit road. Is he at a 20-second? I actually believe Doug Ungari may have missed his pit box, as he only was in pit road for 20 seconds and never stopped in his pit box. So that'll put Greg O'Berry as your first guy off actual pit road with, looks like just fuel for Greg O'Berry. Possibly 4 tire change and fuel for David World and Josiah Millen in 11th. He's going to come out there as your 3rd car off pit lane with service done. Then Jeff Bergener back to 12th. Jamie Leach 13th. Cody Levitt sits now 14th, and rounding out your top 15 drivers, that's going to be the number 4 here of Macro Belney. So Skylar Brown going to be shown as your leader. He is not going to come down pit road here. Neither is Clarence Bonner, Timmy Smith, Tony Quadros, Colton Farrow, Nicholas Beaver, or Little Jeff Pogo. So 7 drivers going to elect to stay out here. Lights on the pace car will go off. It's going to be a quick yellow flag here to start the evening. So a wreck on lap number 5 puts us under caution for the first time. And now here's the strategy play. You're going to put 2 teammates to the inside lane here. We're going to see how that plays out when we go back green flag racing. We do thank everybody for tuning in here on the Turn 3 Racing Network to watch the Salt Flat IROC series. We welcome you all to join here into chat. And you can also go ahead over to Facebook. Look up the Salt Flat IROC series. You can definitely get involved with these guys. It's a good group of guys. You know, they race just about everything. We got 410 sprint car World of Outlaw drivers in here. We have pavement sprint car drivers. We got road course ringers. You name it, we got it. Some IndyCar drivers. It looks like it might be a long night here for the driver of the number 7 right now shown off track. Maybe we can get a word in with Hunter Conley at some point. It's going to be a rough night after he finished 2nd last week at Daytona. Going to be definitely taking a hit here tonight. So just about to go back green flag racing. There comes the pace car. The iRacing Mustang going to get off the track here. We're going to go back green flag racing here on lap number 8. Still got a bunch of laps to go. There's the green flag, and going to put the 2 pink posse cars together down there on the inside. Skylar Brown and Timmy Smith. And once they get together, it's hard to separate those 2 drivers as they're going to go down off into turn 1. See everybody trying to find a home, find a dancing partner. Clarence Bonner, he's going to go straight to the inside right in front of Colton Farrow there. So your top 5 drivers, put them single file. There's 4 drivers. You'd have to go back to Tony Quadros here, who's trying to make the outside lane work around Jeff Pogo. Here to complete the first lap back under green flag conditions. Still going to be Skylar Brown leading the way. Oh, contact towards the back of the field. I believe that's the 86 of Jared Reichert and Danny Valenzuela, 2 drivers running towards mid-pack. Going to take a spin here. So that will put us right back under caution after 1 green flag lap of racing. So on lap number 9, throw the yellow flag here for Jared Reichert. This is looking back. Coming off turn 4. Oh, it looks like Jared Reichert up into the outside wall there in the tri-oval. And just an innocent bystander going to be Danny Valenzuela, and that will bring out your 2nd caution of the evening here on lap number 9. So just a 2-car spin to the inside. Going to put us back under yellow flag conditions. So as the field gets woed up here once again, I was going to say, let's see if we can find Hunter Conley out there. I don't see Hunter Conley. I believe Conley is up and out of the room here tonight. He's loaded the number 7 machine up from coast to almost coast. And well, that might just be a little bit wrong there on the team name, but the green machines are going to be down 1 here tonight. Conley is shown in your 30th position, 6 laps down off the track. He is out of the event here. So it looks like Skylar Brown going to take this opportunity on lap number 10 to bring the pink posse machine down pit road. He will see if he can get some service done to that machine. No, faked out. He stays out. That's going to put Clarence Bonner as your first car coming down pit road, and I believe a lot of guys are coming with him. So a lot of drivers coming down pit road. It looks like 5 guys still staying out there on the original strategy that they had here tonight. So 5 drivers. That includes Skylar Brown, Timmy Smith, Colton Farrow, Tony Quadros, Jeff Pogo, all staying out on 11-lap old tires. And it's going to be David Worrell, Orlando Rivera, Jason Dobbs, Daryl Qualter, all staying out there on 5-lap old tires. And the slew of drivers down pit road here getting service done. So as they all file out of pit road, Jamie Leach is going to lead the charge for the drivers that were taking service here on lap number 10. But while we're here under yellow here on lap number 11, let's see if we can talk with one of the drivers who were involved in that incident. Jarrett Reichert, Roger, here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Roger.
Well, Jarrett, a rough start here at Texas as you found the outside wall there. What happened as you came through the trioval?
Not really sure. It just drifted up a little bit, and next thing I know, I'm in the wall.
A lot of guys out there in the lobby tonight in practice were telling us when you guys were in the draft there, it kind of got a little squirrely coming through the trioval. Is that possibly what happened and put you into the outside wall?
Yeah, it might have been. I was trying to stay off the car in front of me, and I ended up wrecking.
Yeah, now that you're buried towards the back of the field here, there's still a long way to go. Still got 64 laps. It'll be 63 or 62 when we go back racing here. What's it going to take to get that 86 machine back to the front of the field here tonight?
Better decisions and working with people.
Well, I know you got a couple guys out there in the lobby here tonight that might work with you. Good luck the rest of the way and try and keep that 86 machine clean the rest of the year, or rest of the race here at least.
Yeah, 10-4. Thanks, Roger.
Well, there you heard it from Jarrett Reichert. He's going to have to start towards the back of this field now, shown right now in the 24th position. It's going to take a charge from him to come back up through the field. Right now, though, there's your leader, Skylar Brown in the 73. He's still leading the way. Timmy Smith is shown right now in second with Colton Farrow right there in the Toyota in third. Tony Quadros, your highest running Rookie of the Year candidate right now, with Jeff Pogo sitting fifth. David Worrell rounds out your top 5. Then it's going to be Orlando Rivera, Jason Dobbs, Daryl Qualter, Jamie Leach rounding out the top 10 as it looks like we're go back green flag racing here next time by. So next time by, we'll go green flag racing. Different strategy here. Last time we went back green flag racing, you had the 2 teammates of Timmy Smith, Skylar Brown for the Pink Posse nose to tail. Now this time they're going to be side by side. Let's see if there's going to be anybody that's going to be willing to let those 2 drivers get back nose to tail, or are they going to try and separate them and make those 2 drivers try and duke it out here? Colton Farrow going to start from the second row with Tony Quadros. We know Quadros, one of those drivers, he don't care who you are. He's going to go up there and try and win the race here. Let's see how Tony Quadros, the rookie, deals with these veterans out there. There it is, the iRacing Mustang pace car going to make the left-hand turn back down pit road once again. And here we go, green flags waving in the air. We're gonna go racing. There it is, they're all fanning out. Colton Farrow not gonna let Timmy Smith be able to get down there in line. Here comes Tony Quadros. They're gonna put Tim Smith from the front row back to fourth here before we come off turn 2. So your leader single file out. Your battle looks to be back here for right around the 13th spot. 11th, 12th, 13th, Jamie Leach to the outside with Clarence Bonner. As we talk about these guys all back here, I believe they're 3 wide, just a little bit farther back. That 3 wide involved, it looks like timing and scoring showing us it was David Carbon along with Josiah Millen and Jeff Bergner, and then that sorted out real quick. 3 wide not allowed until we hit the line here, but coming across the line, continuing to lead tonight here on lap number 15. Gonna be the man out front in the 73. Skylar Brown leads the way. Now Now here it is. Tim Smith going to look to the inside here in turn 3 on the number 12 of Tony Quadros. Look how close they get coming through the middle of 3 and 4. Coming off turn 4, they're still side by side. Look at that pink posse 000 of Smith. He edges Tony Quadros at the line, but can he hold it down there? Quadros going to suck right back against him as they separate in the center of the corner there. Tim Smith really holding the bottom lane there right behind the 62 of Colton Farrow. Look at them all snake down the backstretch. It's a 1.5 mile track here tonight, and Draft sure plays havoc. Who's that towards the outside? There's racing Jason Griffith Dobbs coming up into the 7th spot. He's bringing along Orlando Rivera to his inside, and how about that? And there's that rookie, that wily number 3, BeastRacing.com driver, Clarence Bonner. He's the farthest up guy on new tires. Him and the man right behind him, the man in the green machine, Matt Grobelny. Both those guys having the 2 freshest tires out of everybody out there on track, and they are trying to cut their way through the field. Racing Jason Dobbs still toting that 8th place there in that Go Vols orange to the outside. He's got right now, it looks like that's the 25 of David Whirl, trying to push him to the outside. Orlando Rivera looking like he's going to come to the outside lane. So Orlando Rivera going to make a 4-car train on the outside lane, see if they can pull the outside back to the front here tonight. So it's going to be Tony Quadros, Orlando Rivera, Racing Jason, and then David Whirl, 4 cars to the outside. Then they beat the 3-car train to the inside. Skylar Brown, Colton Farrow, Timmy Smith right now has that inside lane on lock. Look how much separation that middle lane gets. Big check up there. David Whirl almost running over the back bumper there of the 985 of Racing Jason, because Jason had to check it up just a little bit. They're coming into turn 4. So that kind of broke up that outside lane for just the time being, but they're able to race all over the place here tonight. Look at these guys all over the place, trying to find somebody's into the outside wall there. I believe that's the 25 of David Whirl into the outside wall here on lap number 19 into turn 3. He's going to lose a bunch of positions. He's going to go from running inside your top 10 right now to trying to struggle to stay inside your top 15 as he makes a little door banging contact with the 141 of Greg O'Mary. Skylar Brown still leading the way here on lap number 19. So as it's single file towards the front of this one, I believe back towards the back here, right around, I believe that's the 20th spot. Jarrett Reichert sideways back in the tri-oval as he's trying to bring the 86 back to the front. He made a decision there to take Danny Valenzuela, the guy who both of them got tangled up together early on in the race. They went 3 wide coming through the tri-oval there with Michael Whitaker. That looks like that's the 05 of Timmy Valenzuela down onto the apron there in the 05 machine. Part of the Valenzuela Brothers Racing Group as he runs right now 29. Timmy got to push the pedal on the right. We're under caution here, though. It looks like Jeff Pogo in the 24 has looped it around down here in turns 3. Let's rewind it and see what happened to Jeff Pogo. There you see him on the outside. He was trying to push Colton Farrow to the front. Jeff Pogo going to be that bright orange car there behind the aqua blue car on the outside lane. What happened here? Oh, looks like Macro Belney went to go 3 wide and Jeff Pogo found the outside wall. So it looks like Macro Belney and Jeff Pogo making contact. Let's rewind it and let's go from overhead here. There you see the 24 of Jeff Pogo to the outside of the orange car. There you're looking at the green car on the inside. That's going to be Matt Grobelny there. Let's see what happens here. There you see Clarence Bonner go down below the white line, so that allowed Matt Grobelny to come in there, and then looks like just maybe ran out of room between Jeff Pogo and himself, as Pogo may have come down just a little bit, but early on in the race, hard race between those two drivers. Let's just back it up one more time and stay here over top. Right there it is. Maybe Grobelny pushes up. You never know. That's just hard racing here by these guys. Hard racing on lap 23, and now we're going to come down pit road. Matt Grobelny a stay out along with Tony Quadros, but now you're going to see the Pink Posse relinquish the lead for the first time here on lap 23. So everybody down pit road. Tony Quadros, who's staying out here in the number 12 machine, he has yet to pit. He's been out there for 23 laps. If the calculations are right here, under green flag, flat-out conditions, you can go about 28, 29 laps on a tank of fuel. Now, yes, we've had 3 caution flags here in the first 23 laps, so that's going to give him a little bit of comfort zone. But we're going to have to see how far Tony Quadros is going to be able to push it. But first guy out of pit road going to be the number 3 here of Clarence Bonner. He looks like he took on possibly just right side tires and some fuel, so we'll have to keep an eye on Clarence Bonner, see how he can continue to hold on up here to the front. And then it's Jamie Leach, Craig Schwartz, Greg O'Berry, Josiah Millen, Nicholas Beaver, Jeff Bergner, and Jason Dobbs rounding out your top 10 drivers as they run right now. 11th place is going to be the number 30 of David Carmen. Then Timmy Smith going to come out of pit road. After he went into pit road second, he's going to come out 12th. David Whirl going to come out in your 13th spot. Jeff, it's actually Cole Day there, 14th. Orlando Rivera, 15th. Skylar Brown, 16th. Donald Bennett, 17th, with Cody Levitt, 18th. Colton Farrell all the way back there in 19th now after that long pit stop. Doug Ungari holding on to the 20th position. Jared Reichert up to 21st. Michael Whitaker, 22nd, with Danny Valenzuela in 23rd. And then the rest of the timing and scoring still jumping around down there. Tony Quadros trying to keep that number 12 off the racing surface, and looks like actually Matt Grobelny gave up the lead to Tony Quadros, so Quadros is going to mark his name into the books here for leading a lap. But now he's going to have to worry about how soon the next caution will come out, or he's going to have to be the lonely man to come down pit road under green flag conditions. A little shade cover coming here to the Texas Speedway. Let's take a quick look at our track facts as we're here under caution. 4 turn, just under a mile and a half. It's 1.46 mile track. 75 laps is the scheduled laps here tonight. That's 110 miles. Track temp, look at that. Triple digits here in Texas. That's why it's a good thing the cloud cover's rolled in right now. So 105 for the track temp, 71 degrees for your air temp tonight here. You do got a wind speed of 8 miles an hour to the northeast. That does play a factor here in iRacing, as the wind can blow the car around just a little bit. So it looks like the lights on the pace car are off, and we will go back racing on lap 26. It's going to be led to green here by the number 12 of Tony Quadros. Then the fresh tires going to be right behind him. He is the only driver that has stayed out here who has yet to pit. So it's going to be interesting to see when we go back green flag racing if Tony Quadros can hold the number 12 up here to the front. We haven't seen this strategy deployed here because, well, we have never been to Texas Motor Speedway with the Salt Flat IROC Series. This is the first time ever for the Salt Flat IROC Series to head to the Texas Motor Speedway. And so far, we've had some good racing. Right now, waiting for that iRacing Mustang to make the left-hand turn down pit road so we can turn these boys loose once again. Goes the iRacing pace car, and Tony Quadros is going to go right back to the accelerator real early. He knows he has to try and put himself a little bit of a gap between him and the rest of the field, so Quadros is going to get a good start. Clarence Bonner and Jamie Leach all going to go single file, along with Greg O'Berry and Josiah Millen. So your top 5 single file out. Top 6 now, Jeff Bergner runs in the 6th spot with Nicholas Beaver there in 7th. So we are single file through your top 10. The question is, though, how long will these guys stay single file? We know they like to race, and we know they like to race it hard out here tonight. As right there, Josiah Millen stuck on the outside. Jeff Bergner trying to make his way to the front. Pavement sprint car racer Jeff Bergner out of the Utah area. Josiah Millen having a little bit of blinking issue there as he came through the tri-oval. So Jeff Bergner will take over that 5th position and see if he can run down the front pack there. The front 4 have run away right now by about a little over a half second out in front of these guys. Tony Quadros with those tires. Looks like he's not going to be able to hold the bottom. Here comes Clarence Bonner to the inside. Bonner in the number 3, leading the charge down the backstretch on the inside. Tony Quadros with those old tires right now has to be screaming. These guys have fresh tires, and they're all about to gap him through the inside. He goes from leading the race all the way back to the 3rd position by the time they come off turn number 4. Now Clarence Bonner going to etch his name into the lap lead column here tonight. Tony Quadros still trying to hang on to the outside momentum. I believe we got 3 wide back here battling for your 20th position. That was David Carbon to the inside and Danny Valenzuela in the middle with Matt Grobelny. Grobelny backed out of it and allowed Danny Valenzuela to suck around the outside, so that will allow something happen to Josiah Millen, actually. Look at Millen's off the pace back here. Josiah Millen going from inside your top 5 all the way back here. He's running in your 25th position. I believe something happened also to Jared Hagerdorn. We didn't see that live for you, but Jared Hagerdorn way off the pace too. Let's check back in up front, though, because it's Clarence Bonner, Greg O'Berry. Here comes last year's champion, the 88 of Jamie Leach, to the outside of O'Berry as they work into 3 and 4. Down into 3 and 4. Let's see who's going to have the momentum. Leach looks like he's trying to creep up on the outside. Leach going to have O'Berry at the line, but not going to be able to get the Clarence Bonner all by himself just yet. There it is, side by side for the lead. Jamie Leach all by himself on the outside, trying to come steal the show. Trying to show everybody he can do it on the outside by himself. The deeper, darker dude, driver Jamie Leach with those neon yellow rims at the front here. Clarence Bonner fights back on the inside. Got a great push from Greg O'Berry down the backstretch. So Clarence Bonner going to go back to the front. Look at this racing that's going on right behind these guys. 3 wide. That's Craig Schwartz in the black machine. Racing Jason in the orange, and, well, that was going to be the underdog racing 00 of Doug Ungari, but Ungari hits the wall and loses a lot of momentum through the tri-oval. He now falls from inside the top 10 all the way back to 15th, now 16th place as Danny Valenzuela jets to the inside and goes around him. At the front, though, Clarence Bonner went right to the outside. Not sure if he got loose and worked his way to the outside up in front of Jamie Leach, or if he just kind of elected. Maybe he saw Jamie was able to hold that outside there for quite a while by himself. Maybe he elected to go up there and maybe said, maybe I can work the outside. Maybe you can save a little bit of tires up there. We know down on the inside it's like playing Russian roulette with that inside white lane. Look at that. Where did Skylar Brown come from? Skylar Brown in the pink Posse 73 down to that inside lane there. Now he runs right behind Greg O'Berry. I'm not sure where he came from, but he's going to look to go to the inside. Contact between your leaders. Contact down into 3. Your leaders are sideways. Bonner is sideways at the front. O'Berry is sideways. Clarence. Oh, it looks like Jeff Bergner is going around, but he gathers it up. More contact towards havoc all over the field. This started at the front of the field, and contact. Jason Dobbs is involved. Hard contact for Cody Levitt, and they continue to pile in. Not sure who that was. Josiah Millen coming out of nowhere still. So this is going to take us a little while to dissect who started what, because we know Jeff Bergner was towards the front of this field here. We're going to have to rewind it and go over top here. This all started at the front here. Skylar Brown goes to the inside on Greg O'Berry. O'Berry up the track into Clarence Bonner. They make contact. Then Bergner goes around. Looks like Beaver helped Bergner go around. Bergner straightens it out. And then, oh, contact. Looks like Matt Grobelny into the back of Jarrett Reichert. That turned Reichert around, and then everybody continues from that point on. Looks like they might just be piling in. There's Nicholas Beaver stopped on the track here. Cody Levitt at this point's already taken the ride through the grass. That car is not tracking straight at all. We're backing up. We look here at Cody Levitt. Cody Levitt running behind this pack. This is the overhead view of Rick on the 33rd lap here at Texas. Looks like Cody Levitt tried to lower up at the top. He runs right into the side of Jason Dobbs, and then Josiah Millen. Not sure if he lost the break. We did see Josiah Millen have issues earlier here in the race. Let's go back and let's see if we can go from from the roll bar camera here with Josiah Millen. Oh, Josiah Millen got actually a little bit of help from, I believe that was the 00 of Doug Ungari into Cody Levitt, as Levitt had already found Jason Dobbs on the outside lane. So there is a bunch of tore-up cars here on lap 34, and it all started at the front of the pack here. So a lot of drivers coming down pit road. A lot of tore-up machines sitting on pit road. It looks like Cody Levitt sitting on pit road right now. I believe Cold Day also sitting on pit road. Let's get a close-up look here. Cold Day looks like he's absolutely destroyed. Josiah Millen sitting on pit road. Jason Dobbs is on pit road with a tore-up 985 machine. Donald Bennett has some damage on that car. It looks like Timmy Valenzuela looks pretty clean, but down a handful of laps. Michael Whitaker looks like he is loaded up the 707 machine, and he is headed off to next week. So it looks like a handful of drivers from your 20th position back tore up here in this one. Going to have to see how it all shakes through here in just a moment, but there are tons of drivers all over the field tore up. Right now, it does show the 00 of Doug Ungari out front with Skylar Brown second, Jamie Leach is third, with David Worrell sitting fourth, Timmy Smith in fifth, Clarence Bonner in sixth, Craig Schwartz seventh, Greg O'Berry eighth, Orlando Rivera ninth, with Matt Grobelny running in your 10th spot. So a big wreck here at the just about the halfway point of your LFOD Motorsports race here at Texas. It's going to take out a lot of strong contenders like Michael Whitaker, Cody Levitt, Jason Dobbs, Cold Day, all multiple laps down and off the track right now. So the lights on the pace car will go out, and we will go back green flag racing. The question's going to be in everybody's mind right now with Doug Ungari staying out there in that 00. Will he be able to hang on to that spot, or is Skylar Brown, Jamie Leach, David Worrell, Timmy Smith going to, gobble him up with those fresh tires? We're going to find out here in just a moment. Well, once again, we do thank everybody for tuning in here to watch the Salt Flat IROC Series right here at the Texas Motor Speedway on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up. Show these guys how much you love their paint schemes. They're absolutely beautiful. They remind you of the old days of stock car racing when you had world champions from all over the place out there racing, and that's exactly what we have here. You got 410 sprint car drivers, dirt modified drivers, asphalt sprint car drivers, stock car drivers, and even some rookies actually out here who may have won at Mario Kart at some point in time. But that doesn't matter because we're all champions out here. And we're going to turn them loose here once again from Texas. A very slow start there, but Doug Ungari going to hit the pedal. We're racing once again in Texas. Jamie Leach wasting no time. He went right to the inside there on Skylar Brown in the 88. He's going to try and make the inside lane work. The question is, though, once he gets to Doug Ungari, what's he going to do? We're going to find out here coming down the backstretch. Jamie Leach with one heck of a run already. Ungari going to go to the outside. It looks like Skylar Brown's going to push Jamie Leach down the bottom. How to put Jamie Leach out front. And then once we come off the corner, I believe it's going to be Jamie Leach, Skylar Brown, then Timmy Smith on the inside. Who is that to the inside sitting there in the all-black car? That's the Ginger himself, the Ohio driver. Oh, contact to the outside wall. Doug Ungari into the outside wall. Doug Ungari into the outside wall, and a whole bunch of the track is clogged. Everybody has nowhere to go. Nowhere to go as Doug Ungari goes for one heck of a wild ride. We're going to have to back it up. We saw Ungari into the outside wall get jacked up here. Not sure where that's... Well, we know it started with Ungari, but who helped Doug Ungari to the outside? Let's go to our favorite camera here. It's going to show us as we watch the pewter car to the outside. Oh, it looks like just him and the 25 of David Worrell straight into the outside wall. And then look at the track clog. Nowhere to go for Darrell Clauder. Colton Farrow involved. I believe that's Clarence Bonner also getting involved in that. Danny Valenzuela also involved. And just look at the carnage sitting here on the front stretch going into turn number 1. You already hear the mayhem started in front of this group. This was the group towards the tail of the field here. As look at they all go to hit the brakes, and it kind of looks like synchronized swimming almost out there. These guys just, you go this way, I'll go that way. We'll all meet back over here somewhere. Look at all the guys down to the inside. That looks like the number 30 of David Carmen on his lid. We're gonna have to rewind. We're gonna go see if we can find a onboard camera here with driver 30 of David Carmen. Well, that is not how you want to use your next level racing onboard camera with David Carmen. He was upside down, and I don't believe they're going to be able to salvage that car, as you see a lot of guys rolling away. Hey, you see David Carmen back on pit road here, but a lot of tore up machines here in this one. Just taking a look here at the timing and scoring. Skylar Brown, Timmy Smith going to stay out here. And it looks like everybody else down pit road. Looking through timing and scoring, that took out just about half the field. David Whirl involved in that one. Doug Ungari, Josh Taylor, Colton Farrow, David Carmen, Derek Lauder, all involved in that one. So if you weren't wrapped up in that first big wreck, you just got pretty much wiped out here in that second one. Jeff Bergner was wrapped up in there. Jarrett Riker, Jason Dobbs, Clarence Bonner, Nicholas Beaver. A lot of your contenders here wrapped up into that one. Well, as the iRacing pace car lights are still on out there, let's see if possibly we can get a word in with one of the drivers who were wrapped up in that. Driver of the 25, David Whirl, you got a copy. It's Roger up here in your turn 3 booth.
Yeah, Roger, I got you.
Well, Dave, tell us what happened there. It looks like you had a great run here at Texas. You were up inside the top 5. What went wrong, and are you going to be able to get that 25 machine back out onto the track tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we had a fast car early. We're doing good. Got back there in traffic, got back up there. But anyways, looked like, I think it may have been Doug, got in the wall a little bit. I followed him into it and then ran right over him, and carnage ensued from there. So, just bad luck for the guys tonight. Hate to cut the night short on the track, but I don't know if we're going to be able to fix this thing.
Yeah, you came into tonight inside your top 10 in points. This might be a big hit for you right now, as it looks like you're not going to be able to get the 25 back out there.
Yeah, we're going to probably take a big hit in the points and in that Rookie of the Year standings as well. Was up there one of the top running rookies earlier in the race, so... You know, here's what it is. We'll roll on next week and go from there.
Well, Dave, stick around. Maybe you can find yourself getting back out on track. There's a bunch of cars in front of you that got wrapped up in that too, so every point matters out there. But if you can't get back out there, we'll see you at the next one from Myrtle Beach.
10-4.
Well, there you heard it from David Whirl. Just not his night. Doug Ungari getting to the outside wall in front of him, and then unfortunately, nowhere to go and piled right into the back of him. I believe the lights on the pace car have gone out. There they are. There's your field. It's going to be led by Skylar Brown, Timmy Smith. Then it's going to be Craig Schwartz, Jamie Leach, Greg O'Barry. And then Danny Valenzuela finds himself back on the lead lap, now running in your 6th spot. That's going to be your first 3 rows. Then it's going to be Matt Grobelny, Orlando Rivera, Jarrett Hagedorn, and Nicholas Beaver rounding out your top 10 drivers here. Going to go back racing on lap 43. So what a wild one we've had here from Texas for the Elfod Motorsports race at Texas for the 75er. And it's about to get even more wild. We're going to cut the field now already in half. Look at it. A lot of drivers sitting down there on pit road. But we're going to take the green flag and we're going to get back racing here at Texas. And there it is. The 2 teammates are going to race towards the line. There they go, and here they come into turn one. Going to be led by Skylar Brown. Then it's going to be Heads Up Racing. 3 dirt track drivers at the front of this one, Brown, Schwartz, and Smith. Then it's going to be the short track ringer of Greg O'Berry in the red car, trying to look to the inside down the backstretch here on Timmy Smith. Down the backstretch, it's going to go Skylar Brown. Then it's going to be to the outside. Timmy Smith trying to bring himself back into contention here. Inside runner, the all-black knight there of Craig Schwartz. You can already see his ginger poking out the cockpit of that O2 machine. At the line, same song, same dance. That's going to be Skylar Brown leading his 28th lap here tonight. "28 laps in the books out front for Skylar Brown. I'm not sure he knows any other place here at Texas. No contact between second and third place there of Craig Schwartz and Timmy Smith as they went down the backstretch. I'm sure that made everybody right behind them kind of pucker just a little bit as they banged doors with those IROCs. More contact between those two. No love lost between those two. They bang doors on the dirt occasionally, and they're banging doors right here in your IROC series. So as they continue to battle, now it's going to be Timmy Smith, Greg O'Berry back there. Right here, that looks like there is 9 cars under a blanket as they roll down the backstretch. Bunch of tore-up cars here starting in your 10th spot. It looks like Tony Quadros got a lot of damage. Maybe he was wrapped up in that last one. We might have missed Tony Quadros there. Quadros down off the pace just a hair there in your 10th spot. Jared Hagedorn right behind him. Then it's Jeff Bergner, Patrick Smith, Jeff Pogo still out there with Clarence Bonner. Looks like Bonner is actually down pit road now, so that'll leave your last one running on the lead lap going to be Jeff Pogo sitting in 14th spot. Check back out front because Skylar Brown has the Hornet's Nest bearing down on him as he runs out there, still down there on the bottom lane. The outside lane, you can get it rolling for a handful of laps, and then if you just bobble, it kind of sends you right back to the back of the pack. So coming to complete lap 46, Skylar Brown out front. Jamie leached onto that outside there. He's got it. Looks like that's the 04 of Danny Valenzuela, the only other driver with him. Just trying to page through a little notes here. It looks like the man who's out front, I was going to call it that he hasn't had a win here with the Salt Flat IROC series. They're 3 wide right behind him. Craig Schwartz to the inside. Greg O'Berry in the middle with Danny Valenzuela hanging it high, side and wide. Oh, Smith is going to get turned off the front bumper of Craig Schwartz at the front of this one. So Timmy Smith going for a ride off the front bumper of Craig Schwartz, and that's going to put us under caution here on lap 48. So let's throw it back here. Let's watch him from overhead, our favorite camera, right above. Look at the 3 wide that was going on there. Going off turn 4, Craig Schwartz looks to the inside, just didn't have Tim Smith clear. Smith probably didn't even hear from his spotter that car low. And around he goes in the trial. Give it one more look from over top. There you see it, the black car, Schwartz right into the left rear quarter panel there of Tim Smith, and that turns him around, but he was able to do the 360, got a little piece there of Greg O'Berry as he came through, but he gathered it up, pointed her in the right direction, and now he's going to bring it down to get 4 fresh tires. All your leaders coming down pit road here. So it looks like all your leaders are actually here coming to get pit service. Skylar Brown has that first pit stall. Then it's going to be Timmy Smith. There you see Jeff Pogo coming into the scene. Rolls to a stop there to get his service done. Still not going to be able to make it, I believe, all the way on fuel from here. Actually, you can. It would be very close. This could be the last pit stop we see from a lot of these drivers. Macro Belney going to get out there ahead of everybody with a very quick stop of 15.8 seconds in his box. Tony Quadros going to come out second. Another quick stop for him, only 14.5. Those two drivers not having to possibly take on as much fuel as the guys behind them. Skylar Brown comes out third with Nicholas Beaver there in fourth. Jamie Leach fifth. Jared Hagedorn sixth. Craig Schwartz seventh. Timmy Smith in 8th after that spin. Rego Berry 9th with Danny Valenzuela rounding out your top 10. 11th will be Orlando Rivera, Patrick Smith in 12th, Jeff Bergner 13th, and Jeff Pogo rounds out your 14th spot, last car on your lead lap. But as we're here under yellow, we're going to step away for just a moment. We'll be back with more racing here for your LFOD Motorsports Race at Texas for your Salt Flat IROC Series. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Texas. Lights on the pace car are out, and it's about to get a little bit crazy. Or at least we thought it was there for a moment. It didn't look like those cars were going to get the wave around. Maybe somebody was sleeping on the wave around there, but looks like 985 of Dobbs, 3811, the 40 of Millen, and the 31 of Bennett all going to get a wave around there. So that will put them back to still multiple laps down. Leading us to green, though, going to be the number 4 here on Macro Belney with Tony Quadros there second. Then it's Skylar Brown. Nicholas Beaver making his first showing into the top 5 here, but he has a clean 82 machine for the BeastRacing.com, boys. It looks like he might be the last one left for the Beast Racing team. And there it is, green flag gonna drop, and we will be racing right here with Matt Grobelny taking it to the point over Tony Quadros with that damage number 12. Matt Grobelny getting a great start. He's out there quite a ways off Tony Quadros. There you see the gap about 3 car lengths back to Tony Quadros. Skylar Brown, they're all going to run him down real quick. These cars punch a big hole here at Texas, and the draft is a huge factor. They will run him down no time. Jared Hagedorn side by side, though, inside the top 10 with Danny Valenzuela. That's the first battle. As we say, that's the first battle. Now look at the battle back up the front here. Back up front, Skylar Brown coming for blood. He wants the spot back, and he's going to do everything he can. And here he comes to the inside. Skylar Brown going to dive it down there to the inside on Matt Grobelny. Grobelny going to slot right behind him, see if he can get a toe off the 73 machine and work his way back around him. It all works on runs. When you get the run, how you use the run. Oh, contact towards the back. Jeff Bergner is around in the 21 machine. So Jeff Bergner, and it looks like his night might be just about over. He took a quick tow right to pit road. Let's go back. This is Jeff Bergner back here battling with, I think that might be the 79 here of Patrick Smith. They were battling it out back here for about the 11th and 12th position at the time. Pat Smith trying to give Bergner just a little bit of a bump. Let's see what happens. Oh, they come just about undone, just a little bit. And down the backstretch, Bergner finds the inside wall, then right back out to the outside wall. So Bergner going to have to take the tow. 2 cars wrapped up in lap 54's incident here. So as we work under this caution, we'll take a break. We'll be right back with you here for the LFOD Motorsports Salt Flat IROC Series, right here on your Turn 3 Racing Network.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Texas Everything tonight for the Salt Flat IROC Series, presented by your LFOD Motorsports Group. Has been bigger, badder, wilder from Texas here tonight. We do welcome everybody tuning in over here on the YouTube side, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network to watch the Salt Flat IROC Series. Under 20 to go here now. It looks like, if I'm reading it right, it's going to be Skylar Brown, Matt Grobelny, and then it's going to be Tony Quadros, Nicholas Beaver, Jamie Leach, and then Timmy Smith going to lead us back to green. That's your first 3 rows. Right now on the timing and scoring, I'm showing 14 cars left on your lead lap after wild wrecks back-to-back here from Texas. And it's been one crazy race, and if you're just tuning in, you're going to want to stick right here as that iRacing pace car is looking to duck inside there to the pit road, and he does, and there goes Skylar Brown right back to the loud pedal early. And as Skylar Brown brings us back to green flag racing, you see the cloud cover coming into effect here from Texas. Maybe the temperature down under that 100 degrees. Nope, looked over there. It's still sitting at 112. Look at the battle, though. Skylar Brown out front, Macro Belney right there with Tony Quadros. The battle is on from behind them, though, back there right around the Grego Berry machine. You don't see him there. You see him, the little bit of red that peeks out behind Tim Smith. He was in a battle there with Nicholas Beaver. Beaver right now on the slide towards the back. Started inside your top 5, now sits in your 7th spot as Jamie Leach is looking to take away the 7th spot. He's going to get to the inside. So Nicholas Beaver on the restart, not coming up through the gears the way he wanted. He's losing a bunch of positions. There you saw Craig Schwartz in that black 02 with the yellow rims. Hits a little bit of grass there and throws her sideways. Tim Smith, though, pulling the outside by himself, trying to get around the damaged number 12 of Tony Quadros here. He's going to get to the outside. Now here comes Macro Belney to block Smith with a dive to the inside. Smith dives from the outside to the inside. Now he's to the inside of Macro Belney. Now he's going to set his sights on the back bumper of the Pink Posse, number 73 of Brown. So now it's the two teammates out front. Brown out front with Smith in second. Then it's a stack up behind them. Tony Quadros looked to get 3 wide there for a moment. Jamie Leach backed out of the throttle there in the 88. That's the battle back here for 5th on back. So Tony holds on to the 5th spot, but O'Berry to the outside. Now here comes Danny Valenzuela towards the front. Oh, a little bit of a blink there for the 141 of Greg O'Berry on the outside. There's the sun peeking back out here at Texas. The sun's going to shine here on the end of this race. It's still Skylar Brown out front with Tim Smith second. Third's going to be Macro Belney, but the battle is back here. Orlando Rivera runs fourth, and then it's Leach, Quadros, Schwartz. Look at the battle back here. 3 wide through the tri-oval with O'Berry to the outside. Look at Tony Quadros hang on to that number 12 machine as he was sideways at the start-finish line. He got railroaded 3 wide. He's going to try and find a home. Look at Jeff Pogo. Pogo's going to have to check up. Pogo checks up there so he doesn't run into the back of the number 12 of Tony Quadros. Now he's going to look to the inside down the backstretch on Quadros. Not enough room. Oh, Pogo's going to shove it in there. He's going to find the room. He had to lift a little bit. Contact between the 12 and the 24. Contact sends Jeff Pogo to the inside. Tony Quadros going to hang on to that car. How Tony Quadros just hung on to that car after he made contact with Jeff Pogo and Greg O'Berry. I'll never know. The man's driving the wheels off that Elfod Motorsports number 12 car. Out front, though, it is 2 cars trying to run away and hide right now. Skylar Brown out front, leading Timmy Smith. Then it's another pack of 2 cars of Macro Belney and Orlando Rivera. And then it's another 2 cars that have just caught up to the back bumper of those 2. That's Jamie Leach and Craig Schwartz. That's your top 6 drivers right now. Then you got to go all the way back here to find Danny Valenzuela trying to work the outside groove around the number 12 of Tony Quadros. It looks like he's going to be able to find some little grip up there, a little momentum. As he does, he clears Quadros at the line, so give Danny Valenzuela now the 7th position. But now here comes Greg O'Berry in the 141 looking to the inside on Tony Quadros. He hits the apron, though. The apron is a no-no here at Texas. They could definitely shoot the car up the track, but Greg O'Berry, with all his skills, he hangs on to that machine, so Quadros now back to 9th. Let's take the peek up front, because here comes that pack of 4 cars now as they battle side by side. They're just a tick faster than your leaders that time by, but the laps are going to wind down here at the line as Skylar Brown comes across here. And it looks like there goes the 12 to go. Oh, contact between Orlando Rivera. Gets a little bit of a bump there from Craig Schwartz. That's going to let the Pink Posse pull a little bit farther on these guys. As the laps are winding down, they are really pushing hard here. This group of 4 drivers, they're racing like they're for the win. Look at it swerve. Macro Belney to the inside. Schwartz going to block him. Back to the outside. Blocks again. Now they're going to go single file, and, well, looks like here the single file might not stay there for long as they tried to push. It looks like Orlando Rivera up the track just a little bit there off the front bumper of the O2 machine. Orlando Rivera, though, holds on to it. Here comes Craig Schwartz. Schwartz now going to drive to the inside on Orlando Rivera. This group is battling like there's no tomorrow. There's no more laps to these guys. They got to go now, and they want to put it up front. Don't tell them they're racing for 3rd, 4th, and 5th right now because Skylar Brown and Tim Smith have checked out to a 1.3 second lead over this group right here. There you see the gap. The Pink Posse, 2 drivers just trying to pull away here. So Craig Schwartz going to make the pass here on Orlando Rivera. So that'll put Schwartz in 3rd, Orlando Rivera 4th, Jamie Leach 5th with Macro Belney in the green car hanging on there in your 6th position. Right behind them, then it is going to be Greg O'Berry. He kind of pulls the train for the second group here, 7th. And Danny Valenzuela is 8th with Patrick Smith 9th. Let's just take a peek back out front here. Look at that move there. Orlando Rivera doesn't want to go away quietly. He's going to jump to the inside here on Craig Schwartz. Schwartz going to slam the door in turn 3. 9 laps to go this time by the Pink Posse, still holding that 1.3 second lead. Actually, it just shrunk just a little bit. Actually, Craig Schwartz now is shown 1 second behind the Pink Posse out front. With 9 to go, are the laps going to wind down before this group can catch them? They've been racing hard. The question is, how much tire do these guys have left? Pushing hard all night long here. They go single file finally. Craig Schwartz now chipped just a little bit away. Now he's under 1 second. Is he getting the draft off your front 2 competitors here tonight? 8 laps to go. 8 laps to go this time at the line. Still Skylar Brown, Timmy Smith at the front. With the Pink Posse leading majority of this race right now, the man that's been out front, he's been out there for 48 laps. Timmy Smith hasn't led any laps here tonight. His teammates done all the heavy lifting for him. There's a little bit of a rivalry between those two, and maybe one day we'll have the chance to get in as they work up on a lap car here. That looks like that's the number 3 there of Clarence Bonner. Bonner going to go to the inside. It's going to allow your leaders to jet around him on the outside. Craig Schwartz is coming, ladies and gentlemen. He might be able to get to your leaders before the end of this. Look at him come. Here he comes. He's going to go to the inside here on Bonner. And then, maybe just a little contact with Bonner. Bonner's going to lose it. Bonner going to slide to the inside. It doesn't look like caution's going to come out because he's going to gather it up. Bonner going to gather it up, so he made contact with Craig Schwartz there as Schwartz tried to get around the lap car. Craig Schwartz is the man on the mission right now, and I guess he has the black car for the reason he wears the black hat. He's the ginger on track, and he is coming for your leaders. 6 laps to go for Skylar Brown and Timmy Smith. As Craig Schwartz catches your front pack, your other drivers right here, Orlando Rivera, Macro Belney, and Jamie Leach, they keep tossing it back and forth, and that's the battle for 4th on back, 4th, 5th, and 6th. They still sit right around a second, 1.2, 1.3 seconds back of your leaders. Craig Schwartz now has it down to a half second, about 6 car lengths behind your leaders as they get 5 laps to go. They are going to have to deal with Craig Schwartz before the end of this one. Back here, though, that is still the battle here for 7th. Greg O'Berry, Pat Smith, Danny Valenzuela, and Jeff Pogo. They're all battling to see who can have the 7th position. There you see them roll down the backstretch. Nothing has changed out front. It's still Skylar Brown and Timmy Smith. They're going to get 4 to go this time by as we watch the battle back here for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Four laps to go. Let's take the peek out front here. Craig Schwartz hasn't gained any more distance on your leaders. Actually, that time by there with Timmy Smith kind of getting out of line. That really allowed Craig Schwartz to about cut that deficit in half now. Now we're going to call that 3 car lengths behind your leaders. Craig Schwartz, he's going to be there by the end of the race. The question is, can he work around the 2 teammates, or are the 2 teammates going to block in that black car there, the O2 of Craig Schwartz? He is there, ladies and gentlemen. Craig Schwartz is now nipping on the back heels of Timmy Smith. Going to be a 3-car race with 3 laps to go from Texas. 3 laps to go, and look at Craig Schwartz. Now that he's there, now he has to find a way around. Where is he going to go? Is he going to go to the outside? We've seen it work. The outside has worked here at Texas today. The Pink Posse going to stay nose to tail on that inside lane. Right now, Tim Smith trying to get his teammate Skylar Brown farther away from Craig Schwartz as Schwartz moves to the outside. Now back to the inside. Going to give a little bump to Tim Smith. A little chrome horn there from the 0-2 to the 000. Doesn't phase Smith as Schwartz going to have to go to the outside. They're going to see 2 to go. Oh, caution out on track. The yellow has been thrown. It looks like the 0-2 of Jaron Hagerdorn is going around. Oh, boy. Throw the monkey wrench into it all here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have to go back. It was Danny Valenzuela, I believe, or that is Timmy Valenzuela pushing on the back bumper of the number 2. Let's see what happens. Let's see as they go down into turn 3. This is where it unfolds and happens. Oh, it looks like Jared Hagedorn got a little loose and checked up, and then Timmy Valenzuela nowhere to go. Cody Levitt, just an innocent bystander on that one. So Jared Hagedorn going to go for a spin with 2 to go. Let's go right back up front because we would normally have to call the race here with that one, ladies and gentlemen. But hang on to your britches. Here comes the monkey wrench tonight. Green, white checker is implemented for tonight. We did get that across the old turn 3 racing desk here right before we went green flag racing tonight. So you see it, it's still going to flash 2 laps to go. Now, this is a little interesting. It says it's the final lap of the race. We're going to have to see how it's scored. Like I said, they did turn on 1 attempt at a green-white checker. We'll see if this is going to work out here with iRacing. We know sometimes here, get a little bit of a glitch from iRacing, and it doesn't always work out that way. So we're going to have to see how it turns out. So right now at the front of the field here, Skylar Brown trying to hang on. That would put his 3rd win with the Salt Flat IROC Series. Tim Smith is 2nd. Craig Schwartz is 3rd with Orlando Rivera sitting in 4th. Matt Grobelny in 5th. Jamie Leach is 6th right now with the 79 of Patrick Smith in 7th. Danny Valenzuela is 8th with Jeff Pogo in 9th and Nicholas Beaver rounding out your top 10. Jarrett Reichert is 11th with Greg O'Berry 12th. Jared Hagedorn, the last car, sitting on the lead lap in 13th. Jason Dobbs is 14th with Clarence Bonner running in 15th. Let's see what happens here when we cross the line. Will iRacing call it complete, or will we get the signal to double them back up? Let's go racing here for a green-white checker for the first time in the Salt Flat IROC Series history. As it looks like we might be getting the indication that the race is finishing, we're going to hang tight here and see what happens. Now, this is going to be a first time for everybody, so that's why I say hang tight. Let's see if it finishes the actual race here like this under yellow. Everybody's still out there behind the pace car, not going anywhere, just like you guys tuning in here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We hope you don't go anywhere. We hope you stick around here and see how this all plays out. Right now, it's still showing Skylar Brown, Timmy Smith, Craig Schwartz out there as your leaders. The iRacing pace car is still out there turning some laps, so I believe we're going to get the indication that we will go back racing here. Let's check it out. Lights on the pace car go out. Don't pay no attention at this point to the upper right-hand corner where it says finishing the race, because, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to finish this race on a green-white checker. Skylar Brown going to lead us back to racing here. Timmy Smith in 2nd. Craig Schwartz 3rd. Orlando Rivera 4th with Matt Grobelny in 5th. Jamie Leach is 6th. Patrick Smith is 7th. Danny Valenzuela 8th. Jeff Pogo 9th. And Nicholas Beaver still rounds out the top 10. We're going to stay right here, and we're going to see how this is going to finish out. Pay no attention to the timing and scoring, as we're seeing that it's not playing well with the green-white checker situation, but I can indicate to you and tell you that we will get one more shot at this to go green flag. So for the first time in history with the Salt Flat IROC Series, we're going to get the green, white, and then checkered. Can Skylar Brown hold off the field here from Texas? You're about to find out here in your LFOD Motorsports Race at Texas in overtime. There is the pace car down and away, and right there you see the green flag is waving at this flag stand. Racing here for the final green-white checker from Texas. Skylar Brown holds the inside lane over his teammate, Timmy Smith. Timmy Smith looks like he's going to get shuffled out here because here comes the redhead of Craig Schwartz. Schwartz on the inside, all over the back bumper. You see Skylar Brown protecting that inside lane. Brown going to protect the inside lane like it's his life right now. Tim Smith, though, not going to go away. He is still hanging there on the outside. So it's still going to be Brown, then Schwartz. Here, we're going to get the white flag. 1 lap to go here from Texas. Skylar Brown running for his life. Oh, Craig Schwartz sideways. Sideways off the front bumper of Macro Belty. Into the bumper of Skylar Brown. They all hang on to it. As they all hang on to this one, what's going to happen once they come off turn 2? Nose to tail for your first 3 positions. Everybody's leaning on each other. Macro Belny really hard into the back bumper of the 0-2 of Schwartz, getting him all sorts of sideways. That's going to push Girl Belny to the outside. Right now, it is Skylar Brown, Craig Schwartz, Macro Belny. Schwartz bobbles coming through 3 and 4. Schwartz going to bobble. That's going to allow Girl Belny to get to the inside on Schwartz. Contact at the line. Wow, contact. Skylar Brown going to win. I believe right now it's showing Craig Schwartz second. Oh boy, look at everybody come through the line here. Well, Havoc broke loose at the end of this one. And they do everything bigger in Texas, they tell me, and holy cow, ladies and gentlemen, they just let it all hang out right there. Let's just take a look. Chopper cam. Let's find Craig Schwartz. There he is. Bam, look at the big check up there. Look at everybody else sideways. There's Orlando Rivera. He comes across the line literally sideways, finishing in the 7th position. Danny Valenzuela somehow sneaks through there, along with the 88 of Jamie Leach. Macro Belny going to take the slow roll back to pit road. But there's your man, Skylar Brown, winning it here from Texas for your Elfod Motorsports race at Texas. And that man, well-deserved tonight as he put on one heck of a clinic out there. He led 60 laps here from Texas. A well-deserved win tonight. So as he burns it down, we're going to step away. But before we step away real quick, as Skylar Brown stalls the 73 at the start-finish line here. Skylar Brown, your winner. Craig Schwartz, 2nd. Timmy Smith, 3rd. Jamie Leach in 4th. Matt Grobelny, 5th. Patrick Smith in 6th. Orlando Rivera finishes 7th. Danny Valenzuela, 8th. Grego Berry, 9th. And Jeff Pogo somehow comes home in your 10th position. But we're going to step away, and we'll be right back here from Texas with your post-race interviews. Well, welcome back to Texas Motor Speedway here. The Salt Flat IROC Series just did it bigger in Texas today. The crashes were bigger, the rolls were bigger, and, well, the laps led by your winner here tonight, those were even bigger because Skylar Brown led the most laps here tonight. And he led 60 laps, pretty much dominated this whole entire race. Even when he fell towards the back, he came up through the field to show him that he had a strong 73 car here tonight. But let's first get a word in with the guy who finishes 3rd. That's going to be his teammate here of Timmy Smith. Tim Smith, a win last week from Daytona. Tonight, it looked like he had a solid top 1-2 finish for you and your teammate, but he kind of got shuffled on that green-white checkered.
Yeah, all in all, it was a solid night, I suppose. Me and my teammate ran up front basically the whole race. It's a little rough with all the cautions and stuff like that, but we still got her done.
Yeah, you got her done. You parked her here in third place, so it's definitely going to help you not only in the team championship coming home with a third place finish, but it's going to help you in your individual point standings outlook because you came into tonight with a little bit of a lead, and well, looking at the timing and scoring, it looks like you're going to walk away with a little bit even more of a lead. But tell us about tonight here at Texas. It was the first time the IROC series has ventured onto Texas. How was the track conditions out there as they were over 100 degrees?
It was about 10 laps into a run. It started getting pretty rough. The tires really fell off. That whole last end of the run, we were just really tight, having to lift a lot. I think that's what let Craig get back up to us. It was a fun race though. It's a cool track. I never raced there before, so it was a cool race throughout, I suppose.
Yeah, a cool race. You know, you started in fourth, you fell back to 12th, and you came through the field. Was it rough with all the yellows though to come back through the field to get to the front?
Actually not really, not to sound cocky, but every time I think we went back twice or something like that, and it seemed like we made our way back to the front pretty quickly. We were kind of playing a fuel strategy deal. It put us back a couple times, but all in all, it worked out.
All in all, it works out for you as you come home in your third position. Well, Tim, is there anybody you got to thank that helps out the 000 machine?
Yeah, definitely Skylar for being a stellar teammate, somebody to count on this thing. Everybody on the dirt side, Casey Kane Racing, for all the support they give me. All the sponsors of this league. It's a lot of fun. I really appreciate them, and you up in the booth, I appreciate it.
Well, there you heard it from the man who won last week at Daytona. He backs it up with another solid top 3 finish as Tim Smith comes home with the 000 machine in your third place finishing here tonight from Texas. We also caught up with the guy, the Ginger himself, running a part-time schedule, the most winning driver here with the Salt Flat IROC Series. Craig Schwartz, you come home with the second place finish. I'm sure that's not where you wanted to end up, though.
No, it was still a pretty fun race, though. I mean, I started last, and I was pitting a lot just to make sure we had fuel in case we ever did get a green flag run. So it was fun getting to race with a bunch of people throughout the race, and Skylar did a really good job on that last lap. I mean, Matt was pushing me, and I was pushing Skylar. I don't think either of us had our wheel straight that whole lap, so he did a good job. It was a good finish. I probably pinched Matt a little too much there at the end. Sorry about that. I know we lost a couple spots on that, but all in all, it's a fun race. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looked like when we got the indication there that we were going to get the green-white checker. Was that something that you were looking forward to, or did you want to actually race that out under green flag conditions? Because you looked like you were coming with a head of steam towards these front two as they were nose to tail. You literally ran them down all by yourself, and looks like possibly 5-lap newer tires on the O2 machine at the end of this one.
Yeah, I'm sure the tires really helped in the corners. I mean, even though they had the draft on their side, I mean, it was just, you still had to slow down for the corners or else you're going to slide up. So, yeah, definitely had the fastest car there at the end. I was kind of glad to see the green-white checkered because I figured Tim was going to block pretty hard there to keep his teammate out front. And I think I could have gotten one of them, but I don't think I could have gotten both of them without the green-white checkered. So I was happy to see that come out and just have some fun with it and just see what could happen.
Yeah, definitely a fast car here tonight for yourself, starting way towards the back. Well, with running a part-time schedule, at the end of this one, did you pretty much think checkers or wreckers, or were you just going to try and run it out there and finish second?
Oh, no, I'm all in on checkers or wreckers. I know I probably didn't make a whole lot of friends tonight, but I mean, I don't know what Tim wanted really when I wrecked him. I mean, I wrecked him, that's pretty flat out, but I mean, I get doored twice, and he's blocking other people. He tries to spin me off too, so it is what it is. I'm going for the win. That's what we did last week, and unfortunately just kind of got tapped on that last wreck at Daytona, but it's fun. I'm just out here to go for a win.
Well, there you heard it. Craig Schwartz is out here for a win. Well, Craig, we're giving you the mic here before we walk away. Anybody that helps you out on the O2?
Yeah, just thank all the Salt Flat sponsors. Sorry, I don't have them for me, but just thank everybody who helps out Salt Flat Racing. Thanks to Danny and Matt and Hunter and everybody who puts it on. You guys at Turn 3 gang that get the broadcast this league for us. It's cool to be able to go back and watch, and makes it a whole lot of fun for everybody. I hope to be back soon.
Well, there you heard it from your second place finisher tonight, the O2 of Craig Schwartz. Said it himself, not making the friends here tonight, but still had a good, solid second place finish. How about the man that finds himself out front? Put himself in victory lane for the third time in his Salt Flat IROC career. Skylar Brown, you had the dominant car here tonight.
Thank you. It was a fun race. I'm glad to get the win. I was hoping Tim could get second, but I was just glad to get another Pink Posse win.
Yeah, so that puts it 2 in a row. Tim won last week at Daytona, and this week, for the first time, the Salt Flat IROC Series hit Texas. You parked the 73 in Victory Lane. Tell us about the track conditions out there. Was they were over 100 degrees? Is that something that you were kind of paying attention to throughout the race?
Just trying to kind of be disciplined on the tires once they got wore out. You could kind of run full out and run, at the very bottom of the track at the beginning, like 8, 9, 10 laps in. But after that, you had to start arcing it or lifting. And then, there towards the end, we knew Craig was coming, and we just kind of, was arcing it, trying to save some tires and keep speed up. But once he got there, we had to kind of change our line, and then the green-white checker came out, and that was pretty wild.
Yeah, walk us through the green-white checker, because you were going to start there side by side with your teammate Tim Smith, and then you knew the fresher tires were coming with Craig Schwartz that were right behind you, and Matt Grobelny. He's a tough-nosed racer. He wasn't going to back down from anybody, and even there at the end, it looks like all three at one point there numerous times were literally nose to tail sideways together.
Yeah, me and Tim kind of planned an early jump on the restart. Kind of went late the whole race and tried to switch it up, but I knew Craig was going to end up catching me. And then there at the last lap, going into one, our bumpers were locked, and I had it cranked all the way left. Wasn't quite sure. I was pretty sideways, and just kept my foot in it, and was able to kind of get a gap going into 3, and here I am.
Here you are in Victory Lane. But when you guys were all hooked nose to tail, did the dirt skills come into play at all then when you guys were sideways together?
Yeah, I was actually cranking on the wheel quite a bit there in that last lap. It was, pretty sawing on it pretty hard. So I'd say it definitely helped. And then with the new trucks that came out, I'd say that's kind of helped too, because I'm used to jumps now, and there's no jump, so it seems easier.
Well, you say no jumps. A couple of the competitors in this race here tonight might beg to differ. I think if you go back and watch a couple guys go through the infield here, they got a little bit airborne. They might be able to show you how to drive one of those trucks later on tonight here. But hey, congratulations, though, Skylar, on putting the 73 here in Victory Lane. Is there anybody that helps you out getting that 73 car on track here weekly?
Yeah, Tim for sure. I can, pretty much count on him to push me and help me out, and we can help each other and bounce ideas off each other as far as fuel and all that. So that's pretty fun. I like doing it every Wednesday. And, you guys for, Salt Flat, Danny and you for doing the broadcast, and everybody that does this. It's pretty cool. I like doing it.
Well, there you heard it from Skylar Brown. He's your winner here from Texas Motor Speedway. For the first time in Salt Flat IROC history, we headed to the Texas Motor Speedway, and he parked the 73 in Victory Lane with the most laps led, dominated throughout the night. Craig Schwartz comes home second place. He had to run himself from the back to the front, and he came up one position short there on the green-white checker. Tim Smith comes home third. Just had a solid night. Didn't lead any laps here from Texas, but had a solid night altogether for himself, coming home third. Jamie Leach comes home fourth in the 88. Matt Grobelny taking the spin through the grass there to end this. He comes home fifth. Pat Smith comes back all the way from a lap down at one point with the 79 to finish in your sixth spot. Orlando Rivera had a solid night up inside the top 5 there at the end of this one. Fortunately, has to settle for a 7th place finish. Danny Valenzuela battles back from a lap down to finish in 8th. Grego Berry ran up front all night long, but brings it home, the 141 machine, in 9th. And Jeff Pogo rounds out the top 10 after sitting right around the 10th position all night long. So for the first time in IROC history, we visited this Texas Motor Speedway, and they did everything just a little bit bigger. Like we said, from the crashes, the wrecks, the runs, you name it, they did it. We even saw the most laps led by somebody in Salt Flat IROC history, with Skylar Brown leading 60 laps here tonight. Well, that's about going to do it here from the Texas Motor Speedway for everybody at the Turn 3 Racing Network, along with the Salt Flat IROC Series. We'll catch you in 2 weeks when we're live from the Myrtle Beach Speedway down in South Carolina. We have an off week next week for the Salt Flat IROC Series. Don't worry, we'll be back right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So, once again, Roger Muth here in the Turn 3 booth, along with everybody at Salt Flat IROC Series. We'll catch you in 2 weeks.